Okay, before we get the rock shaft and that assembled, we have to deal with this draft link bush here. Now, on my tractor, this was the original draft link bush, and you can see all the scarps through here. This leg's been broken off at some stage, who knows when, and when I bought the tractor, that's set up there like that, and because they kept using it, it actually bent the rod going in there and broke a couple of bits, but nothing serious, nothing we can't fix. But now we have to replace it. So we do have a new link, but before we can do anything, we've got to get this broken bit out. Now that's the new bush to go in the housing, and I'll just grab that other, or the new link. And so, yeah, that doesn't even come anywhere close to going over that bush. So what the idea is the pin, or the bush in the centre here, is held solid in this housing here, and then this rocks back and forth depending on what load you have on the tractor, and you know whether it's pushing forward for draft or dropping back for lifting an implement. So all the wear is actually around here in this bush and that there. So what we need to do is get this bush out, and because it broke like this and they kept using it, this side here, it's got burrs all around it there. This other side here, it's broken off flush, but you can feel the burrs there. So we have no hope of getting that out. And when you hold the housing straight, you know, hold this up against the housing, you can see it's all twisted and buggered up. So that's got to be binned. We'll probably keep the pin. That's a nice original looking Fergie pin. But we've got to work out how to get this out. Now, I got a punch earlier and I give it a bit of a hit around and it wasn't working. So what I'll do to start with is I'll grab the old trusty Makita. Now, I've got enough room just to come in down the side there, and I'm going to grind this flat, mainly the pin. I'm trying not to touch the housing too much. Grind this flat so there's no burrs, and we may be able to put a puller or something to get the pin out. Now, we don't want to hook a heap of threaded rod here and things like that and really pull through here, because the you know, we don't want to break this off in the process. So I'll just tidy this up and we'll go from there. Just one down the bottom, I think. I've got rags and all in the bell housing up here and all that, so. Okay, so that's nice and flat. There's no burrs, I can feel that now. So I've got a little punch here, but I think this will be 3/4 and it'll go through the middle. Oh, not quite. Doesn't quite want to. Now, I do have a punch somewhere that I was playing with, and I don't know what I've done with it now. Okay, here's this little punch I made. Now, it's only a bit of a bodgy looking thing really, but it's just a way of trying to see without the burr if we can bump it out. So we'll try and hold that central. Oh, that has moved a little bit. I was thinking I had more chance of lifting myself up well with my bootlaces than bloody shifting that. Well, I'm pretty pleased about that. Well, that's a good thing. I had the oxy here ready and all. I was going to cut the bastard out if I had to, but no need. Well, that was good. Look, I thought I was going to be buggering around with that all morning, really. So this bush here, that's actually a bit loose. That's a quality tractor parts thing. Sparex don't make this link, Quality does. And look, we've sold a heap of them, had no trouble. So, but I'm just looking at that now, and this bush is a little loose. But look, what we'll do, we'll just Loctite it in. I think, like Loctite 680 on that, we'll hold it in, lock it in for sure. But yeah, last one of these I did, same thing from Quality. I actually had to really thump this bush in, pull it in and do that. So I'll just see how we go. I may even put a couple of centre pop marks around the centre there. So I'll just work out where it's going. That's about where it is there. And we'll put a couldn't keep it still to save me bloody life. Okay, so I might put a couple of centre pop marks around there just to hold it central, and then we'll put a little bit of Loctite 680 on there. It should be fixed in this housing, not moving around like a bloody cock in a sock. There's no real. Oh, I might be able to feel some. But anyway, that's my choice. I'm going to Loctite it with a bit of 680, and yeah, I'll get that organised and I'll come back. Okay, bit of a farmer fix, but I've centre popped around that a little bit. And coming through here, it's a little bit tight coming through here. I bashed that in and out of this a couple of times just to check, and I've come out of there, good. And I've put a bit of Loctite, this is Bearco Loctite R68M. Now look, it's the same as Loctite 680, just way cheaper. Being a Bearco agent, that's where we choose to shop. So I need to pull that in there, get that in here, get my trusty punch and try and hold every bloody thing together. The trouble we have too is that going through like we're doing, there's going to be a bit of Loctite come out in this outer, but we can't really do much about that at the moment. Oh, excuse my head. There we go. I just had to line it up a bit. So that's just under flush, just flush, very close to flush. So there's a bit of movement here. You need that. You need a little bit there. This mainly goes back and forth, but with a little bit of give there, look, it's a good thing. Definitely is. So I'll get a little bit of rag here and I'll just tidy up any Loctite from running down. And that's it. So what we'll do is we'll just drop that on the floor, that's all right. When we try and get this bloody thing out, we'll try and put the original old pin in. That's not original. I'll try and find an original linch pin to pop in there. Now this link of wire wasn't there. This chain was right on the loop of the linch pin, so we're going to fix that. And on the other side of the chain here, there's a you can see this little split pin hole each side, and so there's a chain goes onto the top link pin here, and there's a chain goes onto the linch pin. So I'll do that a bit later on. I'll have a look through my stuff and see what I've got, but I think I should be right. So there you go. That's going to be job done for the moment. And look, I must admit that was way easier than I thought. I'll keep this moving for a bit, make sure no Loctite wants to kick in. But there you go, job done.